What's up, guys? I'm here to talk about it's gonna be a different type of video. We're gonna talk about college football, and I'm gonna predict. This is just the my opinion, my analyzation of next year's season. Um, so this is just an opinion. It's probably won't happen, probably will. You never know. But all right, we're gonna start off with the East teams. By the way, I'm a Bama fan, and so we're gonna start off with the East teams, and we're gonna start off with Georgia. Now, Kirby Smart, he's trying to get his team together. He's still recruiting, but there's still a lot of defensive flaws, and of course, there's still a shitload of offensive flaws. So I'm predicting Georgia to go 10-3. Now, I don't know if they'll win the bowl game. I don't know if they'll go 10-2 and lose the bowl game, or go 9-3 and win the bowl game. But at the end of the season, after the bowl games and all that over, I'm predicting Georgia to go 10-3. Now we're gonna do Florida. Now I picked Florida to go 11-2. I picked them. They always end up strutting. Well, I'm gonna say either 12-2 or 11-3, because they always, so far with Jim McElwain, they've been strutting and not doing that well in the end of the season. So I'm predicting them to lose Florida State, and then they're going to be an SEC championship again, of course, for the East. So I'm predicting them to lose their last, or not their last two games, but I'm predicting them to lose Florida State, and then to whoever's an SEC championship, and I either predict who's going to be an SEC. I'm going to go ahead and predict who's going to be an SEC championship for the West, and that's either going to be Alabama, LSU, or possibly Auburn. I don't see any other team going in besides those three. So I predict them to go either 12-2 or 11-3. They're going to lose those two games, and they're going to win the bowl game, I think. And now we're going to do Missouri. I think they'll go 6-6 and they'll make it to the bowl game, but I think they'll lose. I predict Missouri to have a better season than last year, but they go 6-7. And South Carolina, I think they'll do the same thing as last year in the season, because Will Muschamp's not great at all at doing offense, but their quarterback has experience now, so they'll either go 7-6 or 8-5. They'll do a little bit better than next year, but not as much. So what's that? That's 14. Okay, Tennessee. I think Tennessee will go 10-3 like Georgia, or 9-4 again. And it's kind of weird. I say if Tennessee goes 10-3, they'll keep Butch Jones. But if they go 9-4, I believe they'll fire him. So I know that's kind of weird to say based off just one loss or one win, but I think that's what will happen. Okay, let's say Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt will go 7-6 or 8-5. I believe they'll step it up just a little bit, But then again, I can see them going 5-7 as well, or 4-8. Kentucky, they're not going to do as good as this season, this coming up season I did last season. I think they'll go 5-7 or 4-8. I'm not trying to be mean to any Kentucky or Vanderbilt fans, but they're not going to keep up there. They never do. They always have a great season. Not a great. They always have a good season for them, but they might have them again in a couple more years, but then they'll just fall back down again. Their recruiting system is not consistent. So I think that's all the East teams. Let me see. I did Georgia, Florida, Missouri, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Tennessee. Fuck. I'm missing one more, aren't I? I can't think of the other team. Well, damn. I'm sorry if this team is one of your teams, but okay, see Vanderbilt, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida. Oh God, I'm forgetting two now. Fuck. All right, fuck it. The other team that I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. I can't really damn. Let's start with the West. We're gonna start with Alabama. I think Alabama in the regular season they'll go 11-1. They'll either lose to this is the teams I think that has a chance to beat them next year is their very first game, Florida State. I think has a chance to beat them. I think Auburn has a chance to pull an upset because of the quarterback they're getting, but Florida State has a better chance than Auburn. And I also think that the SEC championship will be a tough one, but I think if they make it, they'll pull it off. But I predict them to go to the playoffs again, but they're not going to have a tremendous season like they did last season. Jalen Hurts will step up his game, of course. I think he'll be better on the play calling and reading the routes and reading the zone reads, and I think he'll step his game up on throwing as well. But there's a train coming, so let me go inside. But our defense is not going to be anywhere near the same. So they're going to lose to either Florida State. Auburn has a chance. And I want to say LSU maybe. But okay, so after that we're going to do Arkansas. I predict Arkansas to go 9-4, or 9-4. They're going to do better than last season. I don't know what happened. Arkansas is usually the team that does really good in the second half and does bad the first half, but that was actually kind of opposite this season. They did like semi okay the beginning, then the middle they did great, and then the ending was just like I don't know. They just gave it all away. I guess they just didn't want it because I believe that the quarterback's better than his brother though. Austin Allen's better than Brandon Allen, but all right, now we're gonna go on to Auburn. They're gonna get a good quarterback, but I only see them go 9-4, possibly 10-3. I can't really see them being all that great. I'm not just bashing them because I'm an Alabama fan. It's just they need to get rid of Gus Malzahn and find a coach who actually knows how to recruit and actually knows how to do play calls statistically throughout the whole game. Because he starts off so great, and then out of nowhere, it's just he don't know what the fuck to do anymore. It's like, whoa, we used all our best plays, I guess. I don't know, but the mainstream about Auburn is they never have a quarterback, and they're actually getting one this year who is an ex-Baylor quarterback he was fire for Baylor, but then again, he's going against the SEC defense he's never faced before, so we got to see how he can handle that pressure first before you can predict anything. But I'm still going to predict 9-4, 10-3. LSU, they're going to step it up. They're going to be either 10-3, 11-2, but they won't make it to the playoffs next year. I don't think, but they do have a chance to make it to the SEC championship if Alabama can lose to two teams, and they can lose either one team or another team. But I do think if LSU makes it and they have to play Florida, Florida will pull up the upset against LSU because Florida's thirsty. They've been the SEC championship twice in a row, and they're ready to get back in there and they're ready to play their hearts out. But if they play LSU, they'll win. But if they play Alabama, I believe they'll lose. But it will be a closer game than the last 2 years. I think whoever if they play Bama, man, if they do play LSU, I think they'll win. But so that's four teams. So then I'm gonna go on to Ole Miss. Ole Miss, Hugh Freeze is not going to have a good season. I don't think any of the Mississippi teams will have a good season. Oh man, I don't know. Ole Miss will probably mm, only 7-5, 8-5, or 7-6, or 9-4. But 9-4 is a slim chance. So then I'm gonna go to Mississippi State, and I believe it'll be the same thing. It'll be 8-5, 7-6, or 5-7, or 4-8. And I'm sorry to say that. I'm not trying to bash anybody's teams. And then Texas A&M. I'm going to look up all the SEC teams to see which one I missed in the East after I finish. But Texas A&M, I believe Texas A&M will be 9-4, 10-3, either or. I think what's his name, Kevin Sumlin is going to be gone after this season because they're going to get tired of going 8-5, 9-4, 10-3. They want to be in the playoff spot. So I believe Kevin Sumlin is going to be gone after this season, but they will do better than next season. I think. I hope. Hopefully, you never know. Give me a second. I'm looking up the The other SEC team I've missed. I know I missed one. I think I missed one. Oh man. Let's see if this will tell me. I believe I missed one. All right, East. Let's see. I named Florida. I named Tennessee. I named Georgia. I think I named them all. Florida, Tennessee, Georgia, Kentucky, South. Yeah, I named all the East, and I've named all the West. Right now, they're not looking too well. Um, I'll tell you all the rankings from last season. Alabama went 14-1. Auburn went 8-5. LSU went 8-4. Texas A&M went 8-5. Um, Arkansas went 7-6. Mississippi State went 6-7. Ole Miss went 5-7. So, other than Alabama's good season, the team that did second best was 8-5, 8-4, 8-5. So, wasn't a great year at all for the SEC in the West. Neither the East. The East. Florida went 9-4. Tennessee went 9-4. Georgia went 8-5. Kentucky went 7-6. South Carolina went 6-7. Vanderbilt went 6-7, and Missouri went 4-8. So neither the best teams were Florida and Tennessee were 9-4, 9-4. Well, Tennessee, they're both I don't know, but that's my SEC predictions at the moment. I believe SEC will step it up next year, but Alabama's not going to be on the caliber as they were, nowhere near. But I believe they'll still find ways to make it to the playoffs. I mean, with the type of they still have great players and backup players are still good, but they're still losing a lot of NFL talent. But at the same time, our offense is still going to be pretty stout. I think the best offensive player we're losing this year is probably our Darius Stewart. Our running game will still be just as good. We still have Damian Harris, Bo Scarborough, Joshua Jacobs, B.J. Emmett, and we're getting what's his name, Tajay Harris. So I believe our running game. I mean, Jalen Hurts could run great, and so I believe our running game will be just as good last year, if better. And next season, Jalen Hurts is going to have to find ways to get it to Calvin Ridley a lot more because last season, our Darius Stewart was his go-to guy, and he's declaring for the draft. He's leaving early. He's not going to play his senior year, so he's leaving early to go to the draft. So, and that was his main weapon last season, and I believe he's going to have to find a lot more ways to get his roommate Calvin Ridley more into the game and better chances. But I think he will because I think he will progress on throwing. That's all he needs to do. He's a great runner. He needs to learn his reads, like the option reads, and who to hand it off to sometimes because there's sometimes he'll keep it himself and get like a 4 yard gain, which is decent. But if he gave it to the running back, it would have been a first down. It'd been like 8 yards or a first down or even more. And there's sometimes where he gives it to the running back. Well, if he would have kept it, the running back got about 2-3 yards, and if he would have kept it, he would have got about 8 yards, first down or more. So he just needs to get a little better in that. He's not terrible at the option. He just needs to get a little better in the option and work on his throwing game. And I believe his throwing game will get better next season. But we'll just see because Steve Scarzian is not exactly like Lane Kiffin, so it's not going to be as much option reads, I don't think. But then again, you never know. It might be because he does have Jalen Hurts, who is he is mostly like an option attack quarterback. So we'll just see. But that's my predictions, and thank you for watching. And for all the people who are out there, roll tide, and don't don't uh, don't feel bad over this loss because I believe we will still have great seasons to come. And just enjoy the moments while it's lasting because as soon as Nick Saban's gone, we're going to be a mediocre team like normally. So just enjoy the fame, enjoy the dynasty because it will be over before you know it. So roll tide, and thank you for watching the video and subscribe to my channel. Hit a like if you like it. Goodbye.